Shields up, Paladins, and welcome to a For Honor Hero Guide. As you can tell by the title of this video, I'll be talking to you all about the Tiandi and how I like to use this particular character. The Tiandi is one of the vanguard characters within the ruling faction. He has an easy difficulty rating, as well as he has an adaptable fighting style, plus he is a dodge specialist. His base stats are his health is set to 125, while his stamina is set to 120. So with all this being said and done, let's go ahead and jump right on over to his feats. So his tier 1 feats are Rally Call, which is a passive ability. Allies gain strength based on how low your health is. Come at Me, which is heal and get more renown from kills, but take more damage from attacks. And then Tireless, which is another passive ability. You lose stamina at a lower rate. His tier 2 feats are Sacrifice. You sacrifice health to heal, restores stamina, and cleanse allies. Marked for Death, which is reveal target's position and lower their stamina and defense. And then Doom Banner. Nearby enemies have less powerful attacks and defense. His tier 3 feats are Vital Leech, which is a passive ability. Life Leech when less than half health. Battle Cry. Allies and yourself deal more damage. Enemy soldiers flee. And then Protected Revive, which is another passive ability. Your revive is uninterruptible and grants shields to allies. And finally, for his tier 4, he has Indomitable, which is a passive ability. You gain shield when at critical health. Morale booster. Improve damage for you and your allies for a short duration. And then finally, Last Laugh, which is another passive ability. Drop a high damage grenade upon death unless executed. So for his tier 1, I prefer to use Tireless. The reason why I prefer to use Tireless is because he's going to be constantly dodging. You know, you're either going to be dodging forward, doing a palm strike, you're going to be doing your side dodges here and there, or anything like that. So the less stamina that I can possibly use, the better than I'm going to be. So I prefer to use Tireless in this particular case. Come at Me, to me, in my personal opinion, is a wasted feat just because you're taking more damage. Now, some people like to use that just because of the more renown you will get from it. But me personally, I don't like it. It's a wasted feat in my opinion. Rally Call is again excuse me. Your allies will gain strength based on how low your health is. It's really not that much. In my personal opinion, that you're basically giving them maybe a little bit less than a light extra in damage, and that's really about it. In my personal opinion, that's not that much. Tireless would be my way to go for his tier 1 feats. Now for his tier 2, this one's really a hit or miss for me. Or as I like to call this would be a dealer's choice. Sacrifice. You sacrifice health to heal, restore stamina, and cleanse allies. You're sacrificing about 45 HP every time you use that. Is that enough for you to keep using it to restore your stamina plus your team's stamina if they're nearby to you, plus cleanse allies? You know, is that enough for you to go ahead and keep using that? That's your choice. I prefer March for Death in this particular case because it reveals the target's position and also lowers their stamina and defense. This is also good for people that are really wanting to sit there like a Lawbro or maybe even a Vortiger for that matter. Really just wanting to sit there, use their shields, and just kind of want to tank everything. So if you go ahead and use Mark for Death, that lowers their stamina and defense. Boom, you can get them out of there pretty quickly. Doom Banner, again, is also good in some cases, not so much in others. That's really your choice, you know. So it's tier 2. I'm using Mark for Death, but that is all up to the dealer's choice. His tier 3, I am using Vital Leech, which is a passive ability. Life Leech when you're less than half health. This is a great way to keep fighting in a gang situation. You know, whenever you're getting ganked, boom, you can go ahead and pop a couple of your high damage hits that will help keep you back in the fight, and also you're stealing health from every time your attack hits. Even if they block the attack, you're still getting some health back from it. So that's a great way to stay in the fight and make sure you're always there. For his other tier 3 battle cry, allies yourself doing more damage. That's also a good one, but for your allies, they have to be in the circle around you. And protective revive, that's also a good one if you're wanting to play more of a support character rather than I'm going to stay in a fight and see as how long I can stay up. And since I play more Dominion and Breach, I prefer Vital Leech, in my personal opinion. And then finally, for his tier 4, I am using Indomitable. Combined with Vital Leech, that is pretty much making sure that, hey, now I'm still going to get all that health once I hit half health. But then also, whenever I hit critical, I'm now gaining a shield on top of that to kind of help me stay alive in this gank situation. Which is great. Other times, even if it's a 1v1 or like you kill the other 2 people or kill the other person while fighting the other person, now you have the upper hand technically, because one, now you're gaining health, and plus also has a shield on top of your critical health that you are now restoring back while fighting this other player. Now, morale booster, again, another great choice if you're wanting to play more of a support character rather than trying to stay up as long as you can within a fight. And then finally, the last perk, Last Laugh. Last Laugh is great for the Peacekeeper, in my opinion. That's really not a good choice for the Tiandi, simply since he's a Vanguard character. Now for the perks, before we get too far into anything else, really dealer's choice once again. Since the Tiandi is a Vanguard character, he really doesn't have all the Vanguard perks, as in endurance and everything like that. The only thing I would say really not to use, if anything, would be Rapid Refresh, since most of the Tiandi's feats are a passive feat. Really, other than that, Tiandi is a dealer's choice when it comes to perks. Whatever fits your playstyle the best. That's really about all I can say for that. Now, with all that being said and done, let's go ahead and jump right on over to his moveset. Now, what you're going to see up on the screen is that I like to go to the hero tactics and kind of learn what the game has to offer whenever it comes to a specific character. So you can see the combos up on the screen while I'm talking about what helps with them whenever it comes to renown, what you can cancel, what you can't cancel, and yada yada yada. Okay? So Revenge Mode, he is, again, remember, a Vanguard character. So Revenge Mode, boost damage and health, all attacks are uninterruptible. Parries and throws knock enemies down. Attacks are auto-parried upon activation. Renown. You earn more renown in outnumber fights by controlling objectives and by killing enemy soldiers to unlock your feats in a match. Palm Strike. After a successful light attack opener or a Tiger dodge, you can follow up with a Palm Strike by pressing its designated inputs. Heavy Palm Strike. The heavy attack in Heavy Palm Strike acts as a Dragon dodge top, thus functioning as a heavy chain starter. Dragon Kick. After a heavy attack opener, a Dragon dodge, or the first strike of a zone attack, you can follow up by an unbalancing Dragon Kick with a guard break input. Dragon Kick requirements. Dragon Kick requires a heavy attack openers or the Dragon dodge to land, hit, or be blocked. Tiandi cannot kick if they miss with these moves. The dodge block. Your guard automatically matches the direction of your dodge. Dodge openers. All dodge attacks function as a chain starter. Superior block Tiger dodge. Tiger dodge's superior blocks become a crushing counter. So unblockable and enhanced damage is successful in blocking an incoming attack. Flow like water. You can cancel your basic attack openers, recover with a dodge or dodge attack. Dancing dragon. You can cancel dragon dodge side with a dodge or a dodge attack. Extended dodge attack. See the dragon dodge side with an extended dodge property, allowing the Tiandi to avoid attacks more easily. And then zone attack cancel. You can cancel your zone attack by pressing the cancel, or with a kick by pressing guard break after the first strike. So that's pretty much how I like to use the Tiandi in a nutshell. One of the things that I would recommend with a Tiandi is not rely on his dodges. And the reason why I say this is because his dodges are a little bit different whenever it comes to the JJ or even the Shaolin for that matter, or even now the Sanda. Tiandis can be knocked out of their dodges quite well, so that is something that you have to watch out while you are fighting with this particular character. So one of the things that I would say is, if you are going to go for a dodge, make sure you're countering their dodge with yours. So whenever you're doing it, you have a chance to get that superior dodge. Or whenever you're also trying to do this, make sure that you're going to connect with your hit. If not, try to make sure you can get your kick. If not, feint the kick into a guard break, and this, that, and the other thing. That's one of the things that he can do quite well, in my opinion, is chain a lot of his kicks, like the Highlander, for example. He can go ahead, feint his kick into a guard break, or go for the palm strike into kick, however he so wishes to do it. So really what you're doing with the Tiandi is using him as a normal vanguard in that regard, as in pairing, doing the most damage as you possibly can, as well as you're trying to stay up in gank fights. Since you are a vanguard, you get more renown from that. So hopefully I answered a lot of questions, comments, concerns with the Tiandi. Hopefully watching this footage also does help you all as well. So thank you all for watching. Stay tuned to see, and I'll see you all in the next video.